Welcome, live viewers. Welcome replay viewers to my broadcast. I'm simulcasting on all of these platforms at once: Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Take your choice. You can follow me at one or more of those spots at Tiffany TLC Music, all one word, right there. Please do follow somewhere though, especially Twitter, because you can both watch and get my rare but important announcements. I come on most weekdays. I try to come on some point between 5:30 and 6 p.m. Pacific time, with a hard stop of 6:15 p.m. I try. Mostly modern American folk on acoustic guitar, but also some vocal looping songs for your listening pleasure. All my own songs, except for one song written for me. And tonight I'm thinking Income Inequality, hence the Music with Meaning broadcast title. My boys, everybody's in a circle, and I'm so done. I'm going to start with I'm so done. I'm actually doing okay, but got a little stressed out about something. I might do No Worries, actually, as well. I don't know, instead of one of those other songs. But I'm so done is just like I'm so done with stress kind of a feeling, and somewhat applicable. Could be worse, for sure. Definitely had worse. Okay, so if I can find it, there it is. Okay, here we go. I'm so done. Sing it with me. What's happening? My pick is stuck to the laptop. That's why it made it shake. I'm going to trim my fingernails really, really quick. Just the fret fingers will make it a little easier to play. Only take a second. Do consider following, sharing the broadcast would be awesome. And remember, the only way I can see you is if you chat, and it will show up in the merged chat area if you do that. If you do not chat, if you click like and stuff like that, I will not see that, unfortunately, because I don't have all the platforms individually open. So if you want to shout out or whatever, please do consider shouting out to me. All right, here we go. Shake off the stress. Let's actually turn that down a little bit more. So long I held myself down in the dark, deep underground. I'm coming up, I'm stepping out. It's all I can do now to shout that I'm so done. Yeah, I wanna have fun. Wanna dance in the sun, with everyone. I know I am so You anticipated my question, William, which was, of course, how are you? You're great. Yay! This is a good thing. V-O-R-O-N-G. I have no idea what that means. Tamapa. But thanks for being with me live and replay. I appreciate you. I'm doing pretty well. I've got a lot on my plate this week, an unusual amount. I'm an attorney, and every 3 years I have to complete 25 hours of continuing legal education. And because of what's been going on over the last several years, I put it off and put it off. And also I couldn't find classes I wanted to take. I looked and looked and looked. And so basically I'm taking like 18 of the credits all in 1 week hours. And so I'm just like, oh. Yeah, on top of some other huge project. And so I'm so done. I also think I really need no worries today, but I'm going to do income inequality for sure. Because it's been so long since I've done that one. This is a song about actually, it wasn't so long. I did it a few days ago, but I had my volume turned off. So everybody missed it. So I'm going to do it again so that it's on the record, so that I'm not repeating myself as often. If I do all my songs with certain regularity, then I'm not doing the same songs over and over. Although obviously, as you know, I do have my favorites. I'm So Done is one that I do quite a bit more frequently than some of the others, for example. Just saying. All right. Here we go, income inequality. Kind of a medieval sounding song about a problem that is seriously large. I just realized I trimmed one of my picking fingers because it must have split, so it might be a little hard. Okay, weird. Income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality from income inequality. Oh, you know what? Sorry, guys. I was like, what is wrong? I had this on too low of a fret. There we go. Income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality from income inequality. We must break free. The irony that's plain to see in studies of the rich countries is that income equality helps even the most wealthy with better public health from A to Z. For income equality can set us all free from income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality from income inequality. We must break free. By nearly every measure we can read, from trust to obesity, mental health to life expectancy, all are better off we see, even the most wealthy. For income equality can set us all free from income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality from income inequality. We must break free. from income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality, from income inequality, we must break free. But then we would be surprised to see better fruit from an apple tree growing in the shade, punished so it will obey. People are the same we know today, for income equality can set us all free. From income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality, from income inequality, we must break free. It's not about what he deserves, there's a reason for every single swerve. When people falter, they're in need, the solution is recovery. Help to be all we can be, for income equality can set us all free. From income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality, from income inequality, we must break free. Just imagine the possibilities with innovation flowing freely and without the massive waste we see, tracking time and money and punishing those in need, for income equality can set us all free. Income inequality. How are you doing, Carrie? How's it going? How's it going? I am pretty maxed out. I was just telling William something I'm not sure I mentioned to you, but as an attorney, every 3 years, sad today. Oh my gosh, only 46. Was it known for a long time that he had liver disease? Is this something that's been like a known thing that he was going to pass? Like, is it fatal? I don't really know much about liver disease. Or was it kind of a surprise? Was it long in coming? You know, that kind of thing. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Big hug, Carrie. I'm really sorry. That's horrible. Was he an online friend or an in-person friend? As we know, online friends can be very important. Just curious, I guess. I don't know. We haven't had a lot of contact recently. Gotcha. Not sure how long in coming it was. Anyway, I'm so sorry. Personal friend. Oh. Everybody group hug. I'm sorry, Carrie. Gosh, maybe I want to do No Worries. I've done 2 songs. Maybe the third one could be something that would be helpful for you, Carrie. Willow in the Wind. That's about death. And it actually has been a while since I've sung that song. I could do a Willow in the Wind. I could also do like One Candle or something. Let me know if you have a preference for one of those 2. Otherwise, I think I was going to do like Everybody's in a Circle. So like One Candle, Willow in the Wind, or Everybody's in a Circle, or some other song that you prefer. Those are the three I mean, Everybody's in a Circle is not really applicable to somebody passing, but that's what I was going to do. Let me know. I'm going to wait a few minutes here, a few seconds. See if you have a preference, Carrie. Meanwhile, I will just say a few things. Well, I could say what I was going to say, but I've been working on continuing legal education. It's required for attorneys who are licensed in California, probably elsewhere too. Every 3 years, you have to do 25 hours. Unfortunately, the last 3 years, I've been dealing with my dad's passing and a bunch of other things, and I kept looking for classes, and I couldn't find ones that interested me. I spent hours. Life goes on. Okay. Yeah, life goes on, but I definitely could do Willow in the Wind. I wouldn't mind doing Willow in the Wind. Maybe I'll just do that one. I think it's on point, and it's a good one. And then I'm going to end on No Worries, I think. So, yeah. And so I put off the hours. I don't want to say that because it's like I really couldn't figure out what to take, and but the bottom line was the last week. They're due February 1st, and at the start of this week I had 18 hours due. Now I've got it down to like 10 hours, but I've been watching endless hours and signing up and printing certificates and reading handouts, and I'm just like, oh my God. It's like a student carrying 18 units, except I have the rest of my life going on still. Anyway, so I did I'm So Done for that reason. But let's do Willow in the Wind. Willow in the Wind goes out to my dear friend Carrie, and it's about difficult things that maybe things you chose or maybe things you didn't choose. But when I think about those difficult things, and I wrote the song because I want to be flexible. I want to mourn them. I want to grieve, but I also just want to kind of go with the flow of them too. So, as you say, life goes on, unfortunately, sometimes. Let's see. When my baby first latched on, I knew right then and there my old life was gone. No time left to prepare. I panicked a bit at first, tried to make the job seem small, but I couldn't deny for long my baby needed my all. I was gonna be needed like never before. No control over when or how. When I was needed, I'd be needed right now. And so I wanna be, I long to be, let me be a willow in the wind, welcoming, adopting, accepting, a willow in the wind. Years later I can say babies will no more be not just a bad idea, but becoming an impossibility. Along the way lost at sea, not just emotionally, random days slammed with pain, nearly driving me insane. Something in me is breaking, ending like never before. No control over when or how. When it goes, it'll go right now. And so I wanna be, I long to be, let me be a willow in the wind, welcoming, adopting, adapting. A willow in the wind. When my friend passed away, well, when my daddy passed away, I wasn't by his side. The nurse said, don't come yet, and said that he'd be fine. I know he wanted to go, I know he loved me so, I know he wouldn't have seen eye to eye, even with more time. But death had taken my daddy before we could even try again. No control over when or how. When we go right now. And so I wanna be, I long to be, and let me be a willow in the wind. Welcoming, adapting, accepting, a willow in the wind. There's a time to mourn what's lost, to struggle with what's changed, for tears and pain and more. But at the end of the day, for things I cannot change, or wouldn't even if I could, for things that can be hard, whether or not they are good, I wanna dance with what comes, dance like never before, with what I've lost and what I've gained, with what will never be the same. Yeah, I wanna be, I long to be, and let me be a willow in the wind. Welcoming, adapting, accepting, a willow in the wind. Whether in parenting or raging or in a tough thing, a willow in the wind. Yeah, I wanna be, I long to be, and let me be a willow in the wind. That goes out to you, Carrie. Death sucks. Unless you want it. And you're usually the only... Oh, nice. Nice, Carrie. Nice. Usually the only reason somebody would want it is because they're miserable, which is sucky in and of itself. So my heart goes out to you, Carrie. It's just really so sobering when somebody you care about dies. There's no way around it. That's why there's a time to mourn what's lost that I sing about my song, right? All right, so I'm going to finish off with No Worries. It's going to bring the mood back up, but I trouble with taking a bunch of legal classes is you hear things that leave you thinking about particular situations in your life or a client's life, and you're like, oh, I hadn't thought of that, or oh. And sometimes the person could just be speaking loosely, and like you have to research it to find out, is that exactly right? Am I applying that right? Oh no. And so I need No Worries. No Worries is not about having no problems, and it's not a scolding song. It's an invitational. It's a reminder that you're actually doing a good thing by letting down the yoke of the worry. You're actually being more productive and more likely to resolve your problem. So this is going to be our last song for the night. Please do consider following any one of these spots, coming on live when you can, replay when you must, for all originals, except one song written for me. I wrote all the songs, but they are all ones you've otherwise never heard except from me, most likely. Second fret, No Worries, okay. Here we go. Let's see. No. Oh. my God. What will be, will be. No worries, guys. Problem solving time and planning a find. If the ration are kind, 'cause I want no worries on my mind. Worry to stop sleep and ration thoughts, so they're counterproductive more often than not. So no worries, no fretful hurries, no worries for you or me. Yeah, no worries, guys, no worries. What will be, will be. The very best I can do is when I calmly proceed, even take time for fun, walk, not run, and know we're completed, missed or repeated, all things in time, they'll pass far behind. So no worries, no worries, no worries for you or me. Yeah, no worries, no stressful hurries, 'cause what will be, will be. What will be, will be. Now, I agree, Carrie, under some circumstances, but I played, instead of this B, well, it's raised up too, so it's now a C sharp. I played this. No. I that's a stretch to call that improvisation. Yeah, I just wanted to play unique. Yeah, I see you have a laughing face there. Yes, I think that might be. Sometimes, like if I just sing it differently, and I've changed a word out, and it's like nobody knows, and I made a mistake, whatever, from what I intended, then okay, maybe that could fly. Anyway, I know you're just joking. An element of dissonance. Yeah, definitely dissonance. Thanks for being with me, Carrie. My heart goes out to you. Big, big hug. Poo-poo on death. I don't like death. It's dumb. Although we would have a very overcrowded planet if nobody ever died. It wouldn't work. It would not work. There would not be any room for us if nobody prior to us had gone. I realize this, but it's still sucky. I'm sorry. Thanks for being with me. Please do consider following. These are your options: Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. I especially encourage Twitter. It's the only spot where I also make announcements, so you can watch and get those. Just make sure you tell your app that you want to get all notifications from me, and that tell your phone that you want to get notifications from that app. Very important. Very important. And then you'll be able to get notified when I come on most weeknights between 5:30 and 6 p.m. Pacific time, sometimes a little later, for all originals, mostly modern American folk on acoustic guitar, but also some vocal looping and bluesy songs. Please do consider coming back again and sharing the broadcast. Thank you, Carrie. TLC to all of you from me. Bye, everyone. Have a good rest of your evening, or whatever time it is for you. Bye.